Good day, my schoolers. Welcome to my school channel. So in this video, you'll be joining me to solve the JAMB CBT past question for the subject English Language Year 2008. Please stay with us. Do not go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to my school channel. So right now we'll be attempting question 41 down to 60. Now we'll begin with question 41. So in this question, you have to choose the option that best completes the gap. The police officer warned the dash communities against taking the law dash hands. So option A, we have fielding / into their home. Option B, fielder / to their home. Option C, fielding / in their home. Option D, fielder / in their home. So naturally we want to eliminate option B and D because the word fielder does not exist. What we have is feudal. That will be according to the system of feudalism. Okay, so we are left with option A and C. Now we have fielding. Now fielding originates from the word feud, which is a verb, and it will mean quarrel or fight or dispute. So we can have the ing form taking the present continuous tense. However, we've talked about the non-final verb, which appears like a verb but functions like a noun or adjective, as the case may be, and we looked at the different types. We looked at gerund, we looked at infinitives, and we looked at participle. Now this is under participle and it is the present participle, so it looks like a verb but then it functions like an adjective. So we have fielding, which is the present participle. So we have the fielding community. So what this means is the fighting communities or the quarreling communities. So the next gap we need to fill is an idiom. So it is always expressed as into their own hands, and what it means is to punish someone or to solve a situation or put a situation right by one's own self. Okay, so that's what it is. It is into, not in. So settle for option A, fielding / into their own hands. Question 42. So we are to fill in the gap with the best option. So Agbo could not travel as he had calmed down influenza. Option A, we have over with. Option B, down with. Option C, in from. Option D, onto. Okay, so we know that influenza is an illness. Okay, so the answer to this question is down with, to calm down with. To calm down with is a phrasal verb and it means to start to suffer from an illness, and we know the illness in the picture. Okay, so it is influenza. Okay, so this is a three-word phrasal verb which is made up of two particles. So in our topic videos, we looked at phrasal verbs. We look at phrasal verb can have one particle, which is the preposition, and it can also have two particles, which will include the adverb and the preposition. So in this case, it has two particles, and we have the adverb and the preposition. And just as I said, it means to start to suffer from an illness. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 43. Choose the option that best completes the gap. When he dashed from his journey, tell him I want to see him. Option A, returns. Option B, might have returned. Option C, returned. Option D, must have returned. The answer to this question is returns. Now let's take a look at this sentence. Tell him I want. Okay, so with this we know that it is in present tense. Okay, so it has to retain the present tense, and option A is the simple present tense. Okay, so when, by the time he returns from his journey, tell him I want to see him. So option A is the correct answer to this question. Question 44. Choose the option that best completes the gap. I knocked at his door, but he dashed. Option A, he already left. Option B, left already. Option C, would already leave. Option D, had already left. Now let's study the sequence of events in this sentence. I knocked at his door, but he dashed. Okay, something had already happened before he knocked. Okay, so this shows or indicates a perfect tense, a past perfect tense. So a past perfect tense is used to express that an action was completed in past before another action took place. Okay, so we have had already left. Okay, so we have had already left, and this is a perfect answer to this question because it signifies a past perfect tense. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 45. Dash of the students turned up, so the lecture was cancelled. So we have option A, few, option B, little, option C, a few, option D, a little. Now, by looking at the context, intuitively we can eliminate option B and D. We can't say little of the students and we can't say a little of the students. So we are left with few and a few. Now, technically, few and a few means more than one. However, they are used differently because they mean two different things. Now, few means not many, a few means some. Few means not many, a few means some. Now, let's take a look at this context. The lecture was cancelled. Why? Because not many of the students turned up. So that's the only reason or logical reason why a particular lecture will be cancelled, because not many of the students turned up. And so we have few, which means not many. So the answer to this question is option A, few. Few of the students turned up, so the lecture was cancelled. By the way, linguists or grammarians have also postulated that when we talk about a few and few, a few is quite positive than few when we talk about quantity. So a few is more positive than few. So option A remains the answer to this question. Question 46. He brought a dash against his neighbor. Option A, complaints. Option B, complains. Option C, complain. Option D, complaining. Now, option B, C, and D are all verbs. We have the simple present tense, we have the present tense, and we have the present continuous tense. But option A is a noun, complaint. And complaint is a statement that is unacceptable. Okay, so he brought something. He brought a complaint. So a noun will perfectly fit into this context of the sentence, and so it is the best answer to this question. Please be reminded that you can take practice questions with our simulated JAMB CBT past question. How do you go about this? All you need to do is you click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you'll be asked to download Myschool mobile app for your Android phones and Myschool software for your computers and laptops. Please go ahead and download and start practicing these questions. Now, moving on to question 47. The hotel lacks the dash for accommodating so many guests. Option A, ability. Option B, capability. Option C, capacity. Option D, competence. Now, in this question, it goes beyond the word class because all of these are nouns. Okay, so what we do is we look at the context again. We go back to the context and try to find the answer. So the hotel lacks the dash for accommodating so many guests. So we are thinking of the word volume. Now, the answer to this question is capacity, because capacity has to do with the amount of something, the amount that something can contain. Okay, so that is volume. When we talk about capability, we are looking at ability, competence, and ability are all synonymous. So the answer to this question is capacity. I believe you are enjoying this content. If yes, do not fail to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and lastly, tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos. Question 48. Choose the option that best completes the gap. If you are not careful, you will dash your money. Option A, loss. Option B, lose. Option C, lose. Option D, lost. Okay, so the answer to this question is option B. Okay, we need a verb to complete the sentence. Option A is a noun, the process of losing something, loss. Okay, option B is lose, which is a verb to cease to have or own something. Option C, an adjective, lose, which is not tight or not firm. Then the last one, lost, is the past tense of lose. Okay, so we need a verb to complete this sentence, so we'll be settling for the present tense, which is lose. Option B, therefore, is the correct answer to this question. Question 49. You must practice in order to dash perfection. Option A, obtain. Option B, have. Option C, get. Option D, achieve. The answer to this question is achieve. Based on this context, achieve here means to reach a desired objective by skills or effort. So you must practice in order to achieve perfection. So in this context, achieve is the best answer to this question. Question 50. The condition of the room was so dash, so I went outside. Option A, intolerant. Option B, intolerable. Option C, inconstant. Option D, invariable. Okay, so these are all adjectives, but the answer to this question is intolerable. Based on this context, the best answer to this question is option B. Now, intolerable is unbearable, something that you cannot endure. And in this context, you see somebody went outside because of the condition of the room, so it's unbearable. So when we talk about intolerant, not tolerant of views or opinions, inconstant, frequently changing, invariable, never changing. So the answer to this question is option B, intolerable. Question 51. You don't like mathematics, dash you. Option A, do. Option B, don't. Option C, can't. Option D, can. The answer to this question is option A, do. Now in our topic videos, we've looked at question tags and we've talked about the features of question tags. That is, it consists of a statement and a tag question. Okay, so in this case, we have the statement being negative, we have our tag question being positive. Okay, so how do we know it's negative? We have do not, don't. Okay, and then we would retain the verb do, but then omit the negativity. Okay, how do you get the topic videos? You can click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you can subscribe for the topic videos and get as many topics as possible to read on or to learn from. Okay, so option A is the correct answer to this question. Question 52. They have had their debt written dash by their creditors. Option A, down. Option B, on. Option C, up. Option D, off. The answer to this question is off. So this will complete the sentence, and then we have a phrasal verb, written off. Written off is to cancel the record of bad debt. Okay, so the answer to this question remains option D, off. Question 53. Uncle Chai now has enough money to complete his dash building. Okay, so a two-story is a building with two levels or two floors. Okay, so we can see that the word should be two-story, but then it has been written in different ways. Now it is written as two-story, TWOSTOREY or TWO-STOREY. So these two alternatives can be used to express or write down two-story. So from this option, we see that the alternative given to us is the former, which is the first one I mentioned, and it is in option A, two-story. So option A is the correct answer to this question. Question 54. By the end of this month, dash for years in the school. Option A, I will study. Option B, I will have been studying. Option C, I am studying. Option D, I had been studying. The answer to this question is option B, I will have been studying. Now, I will have been studying is a future perfect tense. Now, let's go back to this context. By the end of this month, that is futuristic. Dash for years in the school. So, something will have been completed in a given time in the future. Okay, so I will have been studying for years in the school. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Do you have questions you would like to ask? Please feel free to ask your question by using the link in your description below. Please click on this link. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you can ask as many questions as possible, and then solutions will be provided to you within a short period of time. Now moving on to question 55. He dashed the picture on the table. So we have option A, laid. Option B, lay. Option C, lied. Option D, laid. So naturally, or intuitively, you would want to omit option C and D, and then we are left with option A and B. Now this question is quite controversial, but then I would explain carefully. Now listen carefully. Option A and B, this is laid and this is lay. Option A is the past tense. Option B is also can function as a present tense and past tense. But take a look at this question. He dashed the picture on the table. Now we need a past tense to fill in this sentence. We need a past tense. So option A is the past tense. Option B is can also function as a past tense and a present tense. However, if it is functioning as the past tense, the word originally is lie. So we have lie, lay, lane. Okay, lie as the present tense, lay as the past tense, and lane as the past participle. So we have the lie, meaning is referring to a thing. You use it for a thing. Okay, to rest flat on the table, and it is an intransitive verb. Intransitive verb in the case that it does not require an object. Now take a look at this sentence. He is the subject, we need a verb, and this is the object. So this is one reason why we'll be eliminating option B, even if it's the past tense. Okay, even if we want to use it as a past tense, it does not require an object. We can say the picture lay on the table, the picture lay open on the table. Okay, it does not require an object, but here we have an object. That is why the best answer to this question is laid. So the present tense of laid is lay, laid, laid. Okay, so we have lay, laid, laid. That's why I say lay can also function as a present tense, and in this case it will be for laid. So we have lay present tense, laid past tense, laid past participle. Okay, so in this case it is a transitive verb, that is, it requires an object to make complete sense. Okay, you have to add an object. He laid the picture. So we have he the subject, laid the verb, the picture as the object, and on the table as the prepositional phrase. So option A remains the correct answer to this question. Do you have better steps, explanation, or solution to any of this question? Please feel free to use the comment section below. Indicate the question and the solutions you would like to share. Question 56. Choose the option that best has the same vowel sound as the one represented by the letter or letters on the line. Now the word is cold. Cold. So we have OO on the line. Now let's go back to the board to check the transcription of this option. So option A, we have cold, and you have a diphthong. Option B, we have cold, and what we have here is the short O sound. Option C, we have cut, the long O sound, and option D, we have the long O sound, which is equivalent to what we have in the question. So we have the long O sound here. Option D also has the long O sound. So this is correct. Now let's go back to the screen. So now, judging from the transcription, we can conclude that option D is the correct answer to this question. Question 57. Now still under vowel sounds, the word on the line, or the letters on the line rather, is I and R. So we have the options. Let's go over to the board and check out the transcription for each option. Okay, so the word shirt, and we have IR on the line, it is articulated as and we have, what we have here is and what we have here is a diphthong. Option C, we have the same sound, which is surf. So we have shut, we have shade, we have surf, and we have shed. Okay, so what we have here is the S sound. So this is similar to what we have in the word shirt. Now let's go back to the screen. From the transcription on the board, we can conclude that option C is the correct answer to this question. Question 58, and still under the same vowel sound. So we have the word waist, and we can see letter A and I has been underlined. So option A, we have fate. Option B, we have says. Option C, plat. Option D, breakfast. Let's head over to the board for the transcription. So we can see A and I is articulated as A, which is a diphthong, and we also have the same diphthong here, A. What we have here is that is says. Okay, so this is the word. It is pronounced or pronounced as says, but if we have it without the S, it is articulated as say. So that's the difference. Okay, so we have the R sound plat, and here we have breakfast. So this is the same with what we have in the question. Now let's go back to the screen. From the transcription on the board, we can conclude that the answer to this question is option A, fate. Question 59. Choose the option that best has the same consonant sound as the one represented by the letter or letters on the line. Now the word is thatch. Okay, so TH has been underlined in this word. So what we have is clothing, we have mother, we have then, and we have method. Now let's head over to the board for the transcription. So it is TH articulated as f. Okay, so the tip of the tongue is raised to the upper teeth. Okay, so we have a voiceless sound. So it usually plays in contrast with this sound. So what we have here is the same method, but then this is a voice sound. Why this is voiceless, this is voice. So we have clothing, mother, then, and what we have here is the same method. Okay, so this is the same with what we have in the question. So now let's head over to the screen. From the transcription on the board, we can conclude that option D is the correct answer to this question. Question 60. Choose the option that best has the same consonant sound as the one represented by the letter or letters underlined. Now the word is chateau, and we have CH underlined. We have chat, we have church, we have champagne, and we have chemical. Now let's head over to the board for the transcription. So what we have here is sh, okay, and what we have here is ch. This is also ch, and what we have here is sh. Okay, so this is similar to what we have in the question: chateau, champagne. So what we have here is chemical. Okay, now let's go back to the screen. From the transcription on the board, we can conclude that the answer to this question is option C, champagne, chateau. Option C is the correct answer to this question. We've come to the end of this beautiful segment, and I believe you enjoyed every bit of it. Please do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and lastly, tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos.